Hey, Marcus. It was a career high for you in assists tonight, but the team had a season high in 37. Just how would you describe the way you guys are moving the ball right now?
We're just selfless, you know. We're thinking great shot every time down, and that's sometimes you have to sacrifice a good one to get that, and you might be the one that's sacrificing. So that's just our mentality on the offensive end. You know, just get a good shot every time down the floor.
What's kind of the key to maintaining this now over these next few weeks, making sure there's no let up?
Watching the films, watching the things we do great, but also still learning and watching the things that we didn't do so well that we probably could clean up a little bit better or fix, and going out there and executing it. That's really it. We just got to stay focused. You know, we're playing really good. We're in a good rhythm, and we can easily fall into a lull, into that little trap of feeling complacent. And you know, everybody's mindset is the same right now. We're trying to continue to hold everybody accountable and make sure we don't fall into that.
I know we've asked you a bunch about all the fun stuff. Is there a little extra motivation or a little extra statement when you're going against Gobert and then you guys have a performance like this, like holding to below 40% shooting, 10 blocks, I think 8 or 9 steals?
I wouldn't say it's any extra motivation, things like that. It's just who we is. It's who I am. It's who this team is, and it's who we've been. You know, the results are catching up with us. And for me, it's just something that I've been doing my whole life. It's something Rob has been doing, you know, things he does. So it's a team effort, and to come out and hold, you know, the #1 offense in the NBA to under 100 points and below their averages is really good for us.
And did you feel Deuce hit your shorts when you were inbounding the ball?
I actually did. Me and Deuce got a love-hate relationship.
Did it like surprise you? Like
No, it actually didn't. I was actually expecting it. Deuce is always trying to attack me anytime I come around him, and that's just who he is. You know, we all love Deuce, and he's our guy, so we'll take it.
Marcus, is there any gratification for you with the 9 assists in that first quarter, tying the franchise record? I mean, just everything that you've been through and questions about you as a point guard.
Not really for me, because I known what I can do and who I am as a point guard, as a player. My whole career I've been a point guard, went to college as a point guard, got drafted as a point guard, and to be actually used as a point guard, I mean, like I said, that's just where it's at. I'm probably in the right position that you know, fits me and also helps this team. So I wouldn't say it's any gratification for me, but I'm sure it's you know, in the simple fact with my teammates, the gratification of, you know, me being that person in the right spot to run the guys. So it's something I've been doing my whole life, something I'm gonna continue to do.
And I know you guys aren't satisfied, but do you allow yourselves? I mean, how much fun were you guys having out there in that first quarter? And
having a blast. You know, I think, you know, like you said, we're obviously not satisfied, but, you know, you have to enjoy those times because, man, we've been through the other ways and, you know, we've been on the other end of those and it's not pretty. So, you know, you definitely got to take advantage of the good times and enjoy those, manifest that type of energy from here on out and continue to try to enjoy those times.
what is it like for you when you look around and you know the 4 other guys on that floor can guard their yard?
It makes my actually a little bit easier, you know, because I know I don't have to probably give as much help as I've in the past. I know I don't have to worry about trying to, you know, get in the play to be the one on the ball and making that play because, you know, I'm trusting my guys and they're trusting me. We're holding each other accountable to be able to go out there and hold your own. And that just makes it a lot bit easier for me, especially in that fourth quarter when I do have to be who I am and get up in the ball and take on that matchup. I have the energy to do it.
Thank you.
Marcus, can you explain the progression of how this offense has started to catch fire? Because beginning of the season, obviously, was a little bit tougher. Now you guys have, 37 assists? Like, how do you go from that to this?
One, just figuring out, you know, what the defense is giving you. a lot of times we were working on trying to figure that out early on. Defense was throwing different looks at us, and we weren't really prepared for it. On top of chemistry, we had a lot of guys out trying different matchups, lineups, and things like that, getting healthy. And then actually, the confidence individually and togetherness that we have in each other. They all work together to get us to where we at. The struggles that we went through early on is the reason why, we're succeeding so much now and flourishing the way that we are, because we got to go through the struggles and adversity of, playing and not playing. And now we're getting those looks constantly, and now it's just repetitions for us. We're just going through everything and making sure we do it over and over and not getting bored with the right way.
That repetition and having it work out, is that how the trust in each other and trust in the offense is built?
Definitely, it's part of it. When you got something that you worked on and it works perfectly the way that you planned for it, the confidence goes up. That trust goes up because now you're like, okay, it worked. Now you believing in it, and now you can go give it your all. So when we on that roll like that and things are rolling the way that they are for us right now, it's only right and the only the way it is to go up with trust and confidence individually and together.
What role does the defense play in a better offense? Like you guys are out there, obviously the defense is what came around first, but then it seemed like, we talked about at the beginning of the season how, our defense hurt our offense because we were giving up. How does the defense now, does that play a being better?
Definitely does. It definitely plays a role. When we get stops on the defense, and we got two of the best players on those wings, and Jason and Jalen, who can get out. We got one rim runners and Rob. We got one of the best trailers and Al in this game. And when we can get out and run, we just allow our weapons to be our weapons for us. And it's hard to stop everybody. You got to pick your poison, and 9 times out of 10, the poison that you pick isn't good for you. So when we can get those stops, we become even more dangerous because we have a lot of space to play with in the open court.
All right, last one for me. Did you feel Deuce when you were inbounding the ball, giving you a little pat?
I definitely felt Deuce. That's just how me and Deuce roll. That's me and him. Nobody else. That's just me and Deuce's relationship.
Thanks.
Got one Zoom call, if we could, Marcus from Bobby Mann.
Marcus, you've talked this year about point guard being your spot. You give the ball to the point guard, you'll make it happen. What's that process been like of trying to prove it at times to this team and, this coaching staff that that's where you belong? And, how satisfying is it to have a night like this where you're just swinging the ball around and what are you seeing out there that's allowing you to be this effective in that spot?
Just for me, really just, taking what the defense gives me. A lot of teams play me for the pass, and, that's when I have to, become a little selfish and take those shots because 9 times out of 10, it's me that is open. But, really just creating, beating my guy, waiting for the other guy to help up and really setting my team up, especially when my teammates are going, hitting a couple shots early, try to get it back to them and keep them hot. And for me, that's really it as a point guard, finding those guys. And when those guys are, obviously not on or, they're getting a little bit of trouble, on a point guard, you have to take over and do certain things. So the point guard is one of the things to do and play. You have a lot of responsibility. A lot of things is on you, getting us into the offense, getting us set up defensively, getting guys in position. You got to know all 5 positions, things like that. So the progression, for me, it's been easy. Like I said, because I've been doing it. Others, it might be a surprise, but that's just simply because, unfortunately, you see and people only see the bad things when it comes to certain players, and that's just what it is.
Marcus, the NBA news cycle is going to say you guys are the best team ever, and you guys are dominant. And for a win like this over the next 3 days, you got it off. How do you kind of keep focused that this isn't the goal? That the goal is to get the banner and get the champion. How do you kind of keep focused, knowing social media and everybody's going to tell you how great you are, and family members and friends are going to be wanting tickets and all that? I mean, what's that? How do you stay focused?
You just obviously having an understanding isn't the only thing, but you know, we're gonna go in on these 3 days off. I'm sure we're gonna go in, we're gonna watch some film. And it's not just gonna be always the good things. It's gonna be some things that we probably don't want to look at. And I think doing it that way helps you as players and coaching staff stay down to earth, stay humble, and stay locked in. You know, for me, my thing is we can't get too high on the highs, can't get too low on the lows. So we're playing great basketball right now, but we got to continue to play great basketball. And the way you do that is to constantly go out there and get those repetitions up and do everything you can to prepare to be ready so you don't have to get ready.
The focus to improve when you guys are playing so well, is that tougher than when you're not playing well?
I probably would say for most, but for us, I think it's shown. When we don't play well and we're trying to, it's ugly. But when we're playing well and we're able to do that, it looks gorgeous. So I think for us it's not going to be if we're playing well. It's when we get in those woes where we're playing bad. As a point guard, just constantly keeping us going and keeping us positive and making sure that we don't stay in those woes for too long.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, guys.